It's Tuesday and the sun has just come out. Since last week quite a lot of us mentioned that we like to travel, I thought maybe the theme for this week would be places that we have been and places that we would like to go. Travel-wise, let me take you on a journey to places that I have been to. First off, about a year ago I went to Poland. I visited Krakow and the sort of the Auschwitz area. But Krakow is the city next to Auschwitz and it is such a beautiful city. Like, we went at Christmas time and it was all lit up with all these lights and there was a Christmas market and you could buy food. There was always snow everywhere. But people were always really accommodating, which is always nice. If you're skint, it's a good place to go because it's really cheap, which is probably not good if you live there. But if you're visiting, it works. I went to Poland as like a history trip in school, and I've also been to the Belgian battlefield from World War I and a trip to Paris with the school. But they were sort of, 11 and faded in my memory a little bit. Plus it was a lot more structured because we were younger and we didn't get to go out and do as much stuff as we did when we were in Poland, which is kind of sad. But I'd like to go again, do it properly. On the Paris trip we went to the Eiffel Tower and we took a boat ride down the River Seine. What is it, the River Seine? Like, we saw Notre Dame from the river, but we didn't get to go and see it properly, which is annoying, because I'd love to go and see Notre Dame properly. For the Belgian trip, it was mostly stomping around muddy battlefields, but we visited a lot of chocolate shops. And oh my god, they're not lying about Belgian chocolate. It's so good. I've also been to Spain a few times, mostly on holiday with my family, but in the summer I went with my friends. Spain is always beautiful and sunny in the summer when we go. We're not sure what it's like in the winter. And one day we were there, we went to visit Barcelona. We saw the Gaudi Cathedral. Simon, you mentioned you watched How I Met Your Mother. That's the brown, pointy, weird building. And the guy that designed it got run over by a bus before he could finish building it. But they're still building it now. It's huge. You can't even... We had neck ache by the time we had finished looking at all the different sides of it because it's literally like... Oh. I would love to see more in the US. Canada, Niagara Falls, all the touristy things. I'd love to see the Northern Lights, so I'd like to go somewhere where you can see those. Iceland, maybe? Don't know. Australia and New Zealand. I mean, I watched Lord of the Rings for the first time this summer just gone, and I was looking at the scenery like... But actually, a lot of it looks like Wales. It's quite mountainous and there's a lot of sheep. I'd like to go to Scotland. I know it's a lot closer than any of the other places I mentioned, but Scotland, I've never been there. Gosh, there's so many places. Once you start thinking about it, you're like, I want to go to everywhere. Top tip, tippity top tip for travel. If you're going somewhere on a coach, when you get on, talk to the driver or your tour guide or whoever and say, which side of the bus will I be able to see more stuff from? You might feel like a bit of a keen tourist, bit of an idiot, but you would appreciate it when you're sat on the bus, possibly on your way to Barcelona, I don't know, you're sat over here and the tour guide's all, oh, if you look to your right you'll be able to see the ancient vineyards or something, and a little further on you'll be able to see the place where the Olympic torch passed through when it was here for Barcelona. Oh, yes, I see it just there, that's right. And you're sat all the way over here like, can't see anything. And if you look to your left you can see a large petrochemical factory. Anyway,